Hello, welcome back to our channel. This is block 3, and we're going to deal with selling online, whereby this is the most important and crucial topic in this program, whereby the women that you're going to train will get money from. So you should be very careful when handling this topic. And we're going to see we're going to have an overview of our topic. We're going to first define the word e-commerce. The next thing we're going to deal with is tips about selling online. The next thing we're going to do is defining marketplace. The next thing is element of a virtual store. The next thing is sales funnel. And the next thing we're going to look at is building an e-commerce. And the last thing we're going to look at is e-commerce business models. We will start by defining what an e-commerce is. An e-commerce is a virtual whereby buyers and sellers meet to exchange goods and services. An example of an e-commerce is a website. Okay, the next thing we're going to deal with is tips about selling online. When selling online, you need to tell them that post pictures of your product. While posting the pictures of the product, the camera you're using to take those pictures should be clear and enticing so that the picture may look better to entice the buyer. The next thing I'm going to deal with is create a product catalog. For example, in a hotel, we have a menu. So you have to have everything that you have in a menu-like thing. The next thing, the third tip is payment not available natively. The other thing is shipping is not integrated. Okay. The next thing that you're going to look at is marketplace. And we're going to define what a marketplace is. A marketplace is owned by a platform or owned by a business. The next thing is elements of a virtual store. A virtual store should have a shopping cart. A shopping cart is like a trolley or a bucket whereby the goods that you bought are placed in as they wait for payment. The next thing in elements of a virtual store is a catalog. A catalog is like a menu-like thing in a hotel. Then the other thing is photos. As the other thing is titles and description. And the other thing is stock number. And the last thing is rules of selling. We are going to discuss one element at a time. As we had said earlier, shopping cart, it's whereby after buying your products, your things are being placed in, are waiting for payment. The catalog is like a menu thing whereby all your products are written down somewhere For example, like in a hotel where we have a menu. And then we have titles and description. For a product, for example, when you're trying to buy something like a cooking oil, there are certain description describing that a product. For example, expiry date, the way it's used, and other things. The other thing is stock number. Stock number can be used, for example, to make the product that you're going to buy easier for you to access them. Then rules of selling. Rule of selling means that you have you will have to agree between a buyer and a seller for some things, such as I should pay before delivery. The other thing we're going to look at is sales funnel. Sales funnel is how to convert visitors to our e-commerce into clients. And then the other thing we're going to look at is stages and strategies. The first stage is awareness. Awareness is whereby people are buying products the other thing is interest and decision, action. So we have 4 stages of strategying. I will repeat again: awareness, interest, decision, and action. The other subtopic we are going to look at is building an e-commerce. We have, let's say, number 1, store on a virtual marketplace. In store on a virtual marketplace, you're going to choose a platform, create a selling account, select language, country, currency, and shop name, set up payment details, and listing for your products, customize your shop, set up shipping details, and decide on package, implement marketing strategy. The second point in building a commerce is e-commerce on your website. The first point is choose the website building service, select a language, customize your site, set up a shipping details and decide on packaging and listing for your products, implement your marketing strategy. You can always hire experts to support your e-commerce, but you should be the one defining strategic objective and business models. And the last thing we're going to discuss is e-commerce business models. Choosing the right business model for you, the things you should consider, that is platform, target market, product or services you offer, payment and security, customer service, scalability, and future growth. That is the end of our block 3 about selling online. See you again in block 4. Thank you.